Seeing Sunyata and atom, Sunyata is 0, atom is 1. Seeing Sunyata and atom through the binary language of computers of 0 and 1. So the computer system that we have, they use the binary language, and the binary language is the 0 and 1. It's the two. 0 and 1 codes the entire computer. So that's the binary language, is the 0 and 1 that codes the entire computer. And the computer system is coded with the 0 and 1, is created with the 0 and 1. Similarly, in a spiritual system, we have Sunyata and we have atom. We have Sunyata as 0 and we have atom as 1 as well in our universal design or in our spiritual design. So it's the same thing. The computer has the binary language of 0 and 1. Our universal spiritual system, we have the Sunyata and atom, the 0 and the 1. Sunyata, emptiness, is 0. So Sunyata is Sunya. In Nepalese, it directly translates to 0. Sunya is 0. Sunyata is 0. In English, they translate it as emptiness. It's not exactly correct. The exact translation of Sunyata in English would be 0. But popularly, the Sunyata in 0 is known as emptiness in the English language, and that's how we learn it and we know what emptiness means. If you want to hone in and be more accurate in your spiritual practice, you can perceive emptiness as being 0. So the number of emptiness is 0, number of Sunyata is 0. Then we have atom, anu. In Sanskrit is called paramanu. Paramanu is atom and anu is atom. So atom, anu, paramanu, the number of that is 1. So you will see like this extraterrestrial new age being that calls himself Anu or Anu. So it's like that's where like the Anunnaki comes from. The celebrities worship like the Anunnaki. They believe they are the Anunnaki and they call themselves Anu. So Anu directly translates to atom. So you know where Anu is coming from when you understand what the atom and Sunyata is. Sunyata emptiness is 0, atom paramanu anu is 1. Computer uses the binary language of zeros and ones. 0 and 1, they only have two values of 0 and 1. So the computer, the entire computer, everything in the computer only has two values, 0 and 1. Everything is encoded. The back end code is 0 and 1. The infinite combination of 0 and 1. The off in the computer is 0. The on in the computer is 1. So off 0 equals no electrical signal or no electric signal. And on 1 is electric signal on. So for the off, no electric signal. For the on, electric signal is on. So when you see the computer flicking, the light flicking, that's basically on and off flicking. When the computer is flicking, that's basically your on and off, going on and off, on and off, on and off. It's like the lights when they flick in the computer. That's like on and off, on and off, on and off. So 1 is on and 0 is off. So that's like your basic computer system. And that's how the computer system works. And I have like done this 0101 just to show you, because that's how the computer, the binary system, the binary language of the computer is that, the 010101. How computers run on just 0 and 1, binary number system explained for beginners. Did you know your computer performs every task using only zeros and ones? From opening a browser to running Windows 11, everything your computer does is ultimately built on just two values, 0 and 1. But how can just two numbers handle complex tasks like gaming, video editing, or artificial intelligence? The secret is the binary language, 0 and 1. Computers don't think in words or decimal numbers like we do. Instead, they use a binary number system based on just two digits, 0 and 1. This is how binary code works in computers. Every piece of data and every instruction is translated into patterns of 0 and 1s that the computer's hardware can understand. What is binary language? In daily life, we use decimal numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the base 10 system. Computers use binary numbers of 0 and 1. That's the base 2 system. So base 2 system, which is the 0 and 1, and our everyday life is 1 to 10, and the computer is just two numbers, 0 and 1. So here it says, unlike the decimal system base 10, we use everyday 0 to 9 or 0 to 10. Binary has only two possible values, which is 0 and 1. So that's the basic knowledge of how computers just use 0 and 1. All computer data is encoded using 0 and 1. Example, images, audios, letters, numbers, colors, all of that is encoded with 0 and 1. So even your images show up as 0, 1, combination of 0, 1. Audio shows up as a combination of 0 and 1. Letters, everything in the computer is a combination of 0 and 1. So the computer system is not independent on its own. You can see how it relies on the Sunyata and Atom pre-existing spiritual system. It relies on that. So the computer itself, is the technology itself, is not an independently existing system, which they claim that technology and science is completely distant from spirituality. That's what they claim. That's just another way of them hijacking the universal base code, which is 0 and 1, Sunyata and Atom. It's just another way of hijacking and eliminating Sunyata and Atom from the equation, and saying a technology is just purely has nothing to do with spirituality, that spirituality is primitive. Buddha and Yeshua, Son of God, is primitive, and we are the advanced computer people. So that's what they claim. So they try to eliminate or remove the spiritual from their system. But over here you can see technology is directly dependent on Sunyata, and Atom is directly dependent on the mother Sunyata, Atom, father. Emptiness Sunyata, form, father. Zero Sunyata, one, father. So technology is directly dependent on that, and we cannot extract or eliminate Sunyata and Atom, emptiness and form, from this equation. Atom is our Father in heaven, the I am that I am. The form, the visible. The lineage of the atom is the Hebrew Jew lineage. The atom is the masculine. It's the method of Buddhism, or just the method. And it is the moon, so the celestial body of the moon. You have the sun and the moon, so the moon is the masculine. So this is like the form. This is the atom, the form. When they say form is emptiness, emptiness is form in Buddhism. You have form and you have emptiness in Buddhism. So the form is the atom. The form has a Hebrew Jew lineage. The form is the masculine, it's the method, it's the moon. It's our Father in heaven. It is the I am that I am. So that's the atom. So our Father in heaven is the atom. That's how you have to understand it. It's the form of Buddhism. That's what you have to understand. And Sunyata is the 0, female, the sun. Its lineage is the Nepalese lineage of the wisdom, Pragyaparamita. So the male is the method, a woman is the wisdom. So you have the masculine with the atom, female with the Sunyata, you have the moon with the atom, and sun with Sunyata. And Sunyata is Pragyaparamita, and it is the unborn energy. So that's why you have like the 0, that's the unborn, and that's like the born. So when Buddhas are born from the Tathagata Garbha, so it's like the one, it's born, it takes form. Whereas the mother is Sunyata, is 0, it's the unborn mind. So in Buddhism, it's called the unborn mind. So it's the 0. So, like the Buddhists that have difficulty in understanding the form reality, that have difficulty understanding the creator, the creator and the God does exist. He is the form, he is the atom, and he is the father of Yeshua, son of God. It is coming from the heaven of Yeshua, son of God. All the system, the computer system, the zero ones, it's all coming from our Father in heaven's system. Everything that we have on this earth comes from the atom, comes from our Father in heaven, comes from the I am that I am. Yahweh, which is in Hebrew, they call him Yahweh. Yod He Vav He, Yahweh. So that's his name, like Yahweh. So that's the atom. And then you have Sunyata and you have Yahweh. So that's the Sunyata is the mother, the father is Yahweh. So there you have the masculine and the feminine right there. Technology and spirituality is part of one another, but the fallen elite that create technology or create anything, they try to remove the original spiritual base away. So they try to hide that, remove that, eliminate that, and only present a very clinical version. It's like, oh, it's just binary, it's just computer, it's just technology. So they just present a clinical concept of technology, a clinical view of technology, but technology, it has the sunyata and atom behind it, has the 0 and 1 behind it, has the Yahweh and sunyata behind it. And that's like their energy, and everything in the universe manifests from them. Buddhism, when they don't believe in the atom, is because Buddhism is sunyata. What is Buddhism? Buddhism is sunyata. It's 0. It's the unborn. So Buddhists don't have the atom angle. So the Buddhists have to open up to the atom angle. They have to open up from the sunyata. They have to be born into the atom world, and they have to know our Father. And the Jews that have the atom don't have the sunyata. So the Jews have to wake up, and the Hebrews have to wake up to the 0, have to wake up to the sunyata and realize the mother is sunyata. Because sunyata is unborn, it's unexisting and pre-existing and has no beginning, has no end. It's because it's the 0, it's the unborn. So that's what the Buddhists believe. So the Buddhist philosophy or the Buddhist thought process comes from the sunyata. So when they say, oh, we don't believe in God, it's because Buddhism is sunyata and they have not been introduced into the atom system. So they have to be introduced into the atom system so that they can understand what form is. Emptiness is form, form is emptiness. So you literally have to know that this is the form. So if Buddhists are saying form is emptiness, emptiness is form, sunyata exists, they know that sunyata exists, pragyaparamita, but who is the form? There's no form in Buddhism. So the form is like our Father in heaven. Atom, our Father in heaven, is the Father. All the Buddhas, even Shakyamuni Buddha, all the Buddhas, everyone is born from the Tathagata Garbha Sunyata, is born from the wisdom womb Sunyata. And our Father is our Father in heaven. He is the atom and he is the form. He is the invisible made visible. And the lineage, the chosen lineage on earth, or the lineage is Hebrew Jew. So Hebrew means to cross over, and Pragyaparamita also means to cross over. So they have the same base code. So it's encoded in the language, it's encoded in the words. And the computers are using the same system of like our Father in heaven, how everything is encoded when Father says, I am that I am. Yod He Vav He. Yahweh means I am that I am. That's what Yahweh means. And that is like encoded in the name. So Yeshua means Savior. So it's all encoded in the name. So they use that coding system for the computers as well. But except that they hide the spiritual layer of Sunyata and Atom. They hide them female and male. They hide the mother and father. And they only present a clinical technological view. They do not give credit or they do not honor the spiritual layer. That is just even the base code of anything, the base code of computers. They do not honor the underlying spiritual layer. They do not value or they do not respect. They do not give any credit to Sunyata and Atom, though that's the basic system of computers. That's the basic language, 0 and 1. This can help you understand and see what atom in Sunyata is, what 1 and 0 is, and how we use it in our everyday life. That everything we do around us is spiritual. There is nothing as non-spiritual. Technology is still spiritual. Everything is spiritual. There is no such thing as no spirituality. Everything is spiritual. It's just that we have been taught incorrectly. We have been not given the full picture and taught incorrectly, and we have these different concepts, mind control concepts of what technology means, what science means, but the underlying energy, it's all spiritual. So you can see it directly. This is like your jhana, direct knowledge. So jhana paramita. So you can see it directly in this way. And this is also the system of our Father. This is the system of the atom. This is the system of I am that I am. Yahweh is his system to make invisible visible. He gives you physical proof. He tells you 0 and 1 is how the computer is coded. Sunyata is 0, atom is 1. He'll give you physical proof, and it will be easier for you to understand the spiritual system and come out of the deception. And that's the bottom line, is to come out of the deception, because everything is spiritual, and we need to be aware of that, and we need to be shown that everything is spiritual. This type of knowledge system, this type of direct knowledge system is the atom, Yahweh's system. And that's why we have to appreciate it so much and not disregard form, not disregard the creator, not disregard the atom, because that's the value of the atom. It gives us a direct system, direct view, direct knowledge, direct access to what we need to understand spiritually. So what the science and computers are doing, giving us direct access, that's basically Yahweh. That's basically I am that I am. That's basically the atom. It's just that we don't know it's the atom. We don't know it's our Father in heaven, because they haven't told us that. They have hid that information from us. Everything that we perceive as evidence-based science, technology, give me your proof, give me your photographic evidence of this and that. So that's all Yahweh's atoms system anyways. That's why like the Buddhists need to know about the atom system, or they need to awaken to the next layer of the atom. And similarly, the Hebrew Jews needs to know about the Sunyata system, and they need to wake up to this next layer. So the Father, this is the Father Tantra, is our Father in heaven. Sunyata is the female mother, and that's the Mother Tantra. And during the end times, we will be awakened to the Anuttara Yoga, Anuttara Tantra, which is the Father Tantra, and the Mother Tantra. And humanity will get to learn both of this through the Anuttara Tantra. Understand the spiritual nature of everything, and that there is no such thing as clinical science and technology. There, the spirituality, the mother and father, Sunyata, and atom, Sunyata and atom, 1 and 0, male and female, sun and moon. They are the base code. They are the underlying energy for everything. For everything, the mother and the father are the underlying energy, the underlying code for everything. The Yabiyam. You can see the Yabiyam here. You can see the Yabiyam in the computer system. You can see Sunyata and atom, 0 and 1. Look at all the combination of Yabiyam. So you can see ones and zeros, various combinations of ones and zeros. So that's your Yabiyam right in front of you in terms of technology.